After the events of Conviction, Sam was done with anything linked to the government and working for Echelon. Something at the beginning of Blacklist forces Sam to get back into it. And the interesting thing is, for this game, Sam's not just the guy doing things, he's also the guy who's calling the shots. So it's a new, different setup for Sam, where he's not just the lone wolf, he's the leader.
I think one of the things that I'm bringing to Sam Fisher in this game, and something that I think was important to the dev team too, was putting Sam in a position where he's not necessarily comfortable.
Early in the process of coming up with our traits for Sam Fisher, we isolated inner pride, integrity, mastery as really strong values for Sam Fisher. So when I did find Eric, it was the presence that he had on camera. I looked at a lot of his previous stuff that worked really well.
No more games, Jadid. Blacklist.
The biggest thing for me of making Sam Fisher my own was really listening to the development team in terms of where we're going and the direction of this story, taking into account the history of everything that's gone on, and there is certain things about this character that are just, they are the totems of this character. Like, there's certain things of Sam Fisher and of how you stand and how your command of a space. So all those things still come with it. Those are still very much part of that character. And it's interpreted through me and through this story specifically.
Eric is so passionate about the role. He cares. He believes in it. His first day on set, he spent so much time with Kevin Secor, our tactical advisor, to make sure that he was holding his weapon the way we wanted, that he was like walking around the way Sam would walk around. Like, as soon as we would cut after a scene, Eric would go and practice and practice and practice.
Hang on a second.
Really great combat, really great action. It doesn't come really easy. Like, you'll watch a performance on the stage and it looks slow, it doesn't look accurate, it doesn't look powerful. So a lot of rehearsing goes into getting it to look that way, and the rest is cameras. Like, perspective drives everything, you know? One place where we're not gonna fall short is the combat and action in a game like this. It all has to be legitimate, it all has to be top notch. Otherwise, it's the genre we're working in. It has to be amazing.
You know, we're able to tell you a story with this character that goes beyond what we've ever been able to do. I think we're showing more of the real Sam Fisher than we've ever shown in any Splinter Cell game to date with this story and with the amount of storytelling that we're able to do.
Sam, in all of the earlier games, was a guy who had a number of options available to him. And it's true that maybe in the first game it was a little more binary in that you know, if you got detected, it might be an immediate game over, or if you killed somebody when you weren't supposed to, it could be an immediate game over. But certainly by the time Chaos Theory came out, there was already this move towards systemic openness as well as the physical openness of the maps. This idea that, well, it doesn't really make sense for a guy like this that, you know, he's going to hit the reset button because he triggered an alarm. Instead, a guy like this is going to have to deal with the consequences of having triggered an alarm. And while the player might say, well, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm going to reload my previous save game because I want to get this perfect, you know, it makes sense that a guy like Sam can react organically and with a certain amount of improvisation to changing conditions on the mission.
Your main character is only as strong as its villain, right? If Sam Fisher was saving a cat from a tree, well, it's great, but there's no story there. You know, it's a very small story. You don't make a game out of that, right? So you need to have a nice challenge, a nice conflict for your hero to take care of, and you need this sparring partner, right, for your main character. The point that really, when we talked about it, and I got really excited about, and it made a lot of sense, it was this idea that Sam was a poker player and Sadzik was a chess player. So Sadzik was the guy that was thinking 10, 15 moves ahead. And Sam is a guy that thinks 2-3 moves ahead, but he's the more agile, reactive one, right? So he's able to throw a wrench into Sadzik's plan and make him change, and Sadzik doesn't like that. He likes to overplan, make sure everything's okay, and engage, right? So that gave us a lot of good direction for dialogue and a lot of interesting perspective on both characters.
I want names.
What I want people to know about Sam Fisher is that there is definitely layers to this character, and that was something, again, that I wasn't expecting getting into this game. I wasn't expecting as an actor, as a fan, there is far more depth to this than I had anticipated, and getting to play the levels and seeing that emotional storyline driving your actions, it was pretty remarkable.
I'm okay.